forgot to start recording. We have a leak. This comes from the sink upstairs. I put a garbage disposal in, and it's just not flushing down, so I had to take it out, and I had a bad clog in there. I tried to snake it out. I couldn't because it was just too much of a... I don't know how far that goes down. But when you use a lot of water, it comes up through this crack, and it stinks. So it's a leak in there somewhere. And I started chipping away at it. It comes to a metal bigger pipe, and I'm thinking that pipe broke somewhere from here, underneath there, underneath somewhere over to there that goes to that drain right there. So somewhere along this line, all the way over to there, I got to find out which way that goes. That might come this way to the water main. That might go to that way. It goes to another water main. I don't know. So it's already damp and it stinks, you know. So what do you expect? So I got a lot of work to do. I'll probably have just to tear this all out and replace that pipe wherever it's broken down in the floor. So, all right, it's going to be this took about 10 minutes. Just to get it started was hard. And then I started breaking other pieces in, so, and that worked out pretty good. So we'll just keep on plugging away at it. All right, so I found where the pipe goes. It goes that way. I had to take out these cabinets I had here, and I just have to keep pounding out that stuff all the way that way, I guess. And I hope, I don't know what, I hope it's easy. It is easy. It's just getting it started was kind of rough. Now, when you hit it, it has a place to go. And it's all wet and smelly. So, it's been leaking for a while. I never known that. So, let's just keep pounding away and scooping it out until I get it big enough. Then I'll use a regular shovel and take that crap outside. So, keep working at it. Now, I just wonder, because it's wet here, so it's not leaking from that. I just wonder if it's leaking from around that, and it just kept seeping down into the floor, because that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna knock the rest of this out and check that. I'm gonna have them run water up in there, see if it comes around there, because there was concrete piled up around it. You could see it around the back. It was piled up around it. And what you should probably use is some hydraulic cement, and that'll pack it in. But it's probably leaking around that PVC pipe going down in there. If I take this off, this is where the water level was like right up to here before, and I was like, So I think it was leaking around there. Let me wait on this. You know, that's where I think it was leaking. I think it was leaking up into there. And all the water when it was, yeah. I think so. Let me poke around in there and see what we got. So what I had to do is I figured it was leaking around there, and I can't snake that out. And that's, you know, what, 6 inches? That shouldn't be clogged. So I'm gonna use this. I'm going to put this in there, and you hook up to a garden hose, you turn it, and it expands, and it fills that hole in, and it sprays water down. So it shoots down and pressurizes and blows the clog out. So I think that's the only thing wrong with it. It's got clogged down somewhere down the line. Because I remember it was starting to get wet up here, and I think in all that hot water, I poured really like hot water down in here, coffee pot hot water, and it probably, so I'm going to try this. And I had a smaller one for a 2-inch pipe, but I'll just replace this. That's no problem. And just put a new fitting on there and patch all that back up. I'm going to blow this out first. All right. I tried that again. I poured hot water down because there was a lot of this buildup of grease. It's like right in here. So I poured a coffee pot full of hot water down in there, and it was melting it, but nothing happened. So I shop vac it out. I put that back down in there, and I was wondering why it was leaking around here. So I was like, oh, it's just coming up around. So I was like, no, let's turn it off. So I shop vac it cleaned again. I put it back in there, pressurized it. It starts coming from underneath here, down there. So I stopped it. It was all full. It took the shop vac, started shop vacuuming there. It started dropping down in there. So I think this pipe might be cracked, or correct me if I'm wrong. Well, it's probably done by now because I posted the video. Do they put some kind of rubber, you can't put rubber seal on that. I can probably just get a PVC elbow and replace it, but I'd have to break this off. I'd have to get it off of here, and I'm going to pull that out. And I wonder if that seal broke around there. So we're going to find out when I wiggle that loose and take that sucker out of there. I think I can wiggle it. So it probably ain't going to take much, but I have to go back in order to take it off. So I'm going to have to break all that out. Yeah, this stinks down here, man. It smells worse than me. Ooh. Oh, look what we have here. That looks good. You can dip some biscuits in that, huh? Look at that. Let me try to get it down in there, huh? Look at that crap. It's all just caked up in there. It'd be a nice jet cleaning, huh? But there's no seal around this damn thing, as you can see. Nothing. And it was just, the water was just pouring around that and just coming up through the floor. And the floor isn't that damn thick either. It's only like, what, inch and a half? So it's just making everything wet. And the pressure build up in this, because it goes all the way up and all the way that way, like 10 more feet. So there's a lot of pressure in here. And it was just building up and then coming up and going underneath the floor and coming out elsewhere. So I'll just get I could probably get a PVC, clean this up, get a PVC fitting, or get a rubber seal that would fit right in there, and I'll just slide it right back on that. I don't know yet, but I'm going to do some cleaning. God, does this stink. Did I say it stinks? Yeah, you can smell black water. It smells like it's just raw sewage. Well, it's the next day. I had to stop. It was getting late. And this pipe was full of stuff that's still on the side over there. And this pipe, it goes underneath the wall, and I'm going to have to keep going all the way to the drain. I'm guessing that's where it's going to go. And that one's full of stuff. I tried as much as I could to suck that stuff out with the shop vac. I'd break it out, suck it up. So what I got to do, I have to go over here. Let me show you here. I have to continue here. It's going to go this way, all the way over to there, that drain. And I have to move this and put it, just move it over a little bit so it's not in the way. And trying to get a hole started is so freaking hard. So I have my circular saw. I got a blade on there, a masonry blade. So I have a hose right there. I'll put a little sprayer on it, and I'll just spray it on the blade as I cut, and I'll cut a section out of there and hammer that out. Then I'll just keep on going. If it's cutting okay, I'll just keep following the pipe all the way down and taking all the stuff out and taking all the pipe out. I think that one, it probably stops like right here and connects to the next one. And I imagine they probably wouldn't clog. I mean, there's no seal in between each one. I thought there would be a seal in between each one. But they probably don't need seal because the water just runs right through it. But that's, I don't know. So I'm gonna tear it all out and just have to and get it underneath that. Just cut a big hole here and then just keep on working. That's all I got to do is take it all out and replace it. So I'm going to keep working with that. All right. I got it dug out there, cut out, and then it's going, I don't think it's going to hit that post. I think it's going to go off to the side a little bit. I don't know. But it's like right on the side there. I cut that out, so I'm going to keep knocking it out. I'm just going to knock it all out and then take it out instead of knock it out and keep chipping away at it. But I don't know. I'll just keep working at it and going. All right, here's what I got done. I pulled it all out, and there were like these sections. I had 3 sections. Well, that was full, clogged, that was clogged, and that was clogged. That one went just under the wall. Then it wasn't clogged, so I took those out. Let's go on the other side of the wall. It smells very bad. All right, the pipe is still in there, all the way down through here, all the way down through here. And now I got this, goes into there. This the floor drain, and it goes to there. Now I was worried about the toilet over there going into this side. Because after I got so far, look what I found. This pipe broke. It was all broken out. And I was like, oh, so it's leaking around here. And this is the floor drain. Now what I want to do is take this out. I thought the toilet connected to here. No, it's way down farther, so I don't have to worry about that. But I'm glad I found this. So I'm going to replace this. I'm going to replace that. So I have a bunch of parts I have to get. I'm going to put a rubber connector to that. I got to take this. I might have to break that out just a little bit more and take all these pipe out and then take this out. This just goes, it's like a gooseneck. It's like a trap. It has water in there all the time. When it gets up so high, it goes down there and it goes out to the street. So all this was, if it was backing up, it was leaking in here. So this is all one part. This is just, I get this in PVC. They make different sizes, and then you got to match up the inlet for this size. They make 4-inch, 3-inch, and 2-inch. But anyways, I'm going to try to get all the parts today. And yeah, gonna knock that out just a little bit. I got to disconnect that and hook it up. So it's been a while since it's dried, but it smells pretty bad. So let me get to cleaning and taking these pipes out of here. All right, I pulled that. I tried to pull it. That one's clogged too. I didn't know it was clogged that far underneath there. It probably keeps going. So that's how bad that was. Man. I'll keep going. Yeah, fixing those windows sure came in handy because I'm not taking that down the steps. Look, I got some more pieces and parts. Now, the one part I was looking for, they didn't have because this part here, that trap, they don't have those. Those are from years ago, like 1926 when they built the place. So I have to make one out of these. Make one out of these. You know what I'm screaming? You know? Uh-oh. Do I have the right piece? Uh-oh. Is that gonna fit? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think I have a problem here. I need... I'm probably putting it together wrong. All right, we'll work at it. I went and got all the pieces and parts. Well, I had it, but I had to go back and get another coupler because I used a coupler. When my wife bought these, there was something where I was supposed to do that I didn't need to glue those together with a 4-inch piece. But I got it dug down far enough to where that will fit onto that, and then I'm going to have to put the drain down in there somehow, and I guess I'm allowed to use all this mud. I can put it back in there and pack it around. I didn't know that. And here's another problem. The way with those pipes, they slightly angled them. I gotta cut again. So you could see that's not a straight shot. That moves that away a little bit. I'm not digging because it will end up over here somewhere. And I'm like, no. So I bought a 22, an angle 22. Maybe that'll straighten it out. Nope, I don't look like it. I don't know. What I was thinking was taking the 4-inch PVC, using a heat gun, heat it up a little bit, so far like about a foot down, and slightly bend it. I don't know if that would work, but I'm going to hook this up first, and I have to wait for that glue to cure for a while before I even put it in water. They'd say an hour, 2 hours. I don't know. I'm just playing it safe. And I'm going to hook that one up to there, and I'm going to keep checking to see where the water level is. And then I'll measure this, because I have to make it, I have an extension I have to put on that. It has to be higher than that. So I have to keep checking, and I did cut that out and everything. So Happy Memorial Day. Looky what I got. I put the clean out up there. I was going to put it this way, but I was like, let's just put it that way. It'd be out of the way. And all the way down in there. It's muddy down here. And I got this drain in, and I got that in, all the way up there. I had to heat that up and put that at that angle, because that wasn't going to fit. So this is going to be a little high on one side and a little low on one side. I'm fine with that. All you're going to be doing is walking on that, and that's only going to be like a ½ an inch of concrete. You ain't going to break that out. So I'm going to shop back that out a little bit, because I'm going to keep this glue. I just glued this, and I don't want it to get wet yet. So I'm going to have to keep that dry for about an hour or two. I'll go 2 hours, and then I'll dump a little. I got like a bunch of bags of pea gravel. I'll put that in there and just fill it all up with pea gravel up so high, and then I'll put my concrete in. So right now I'm just waiting. I'm going to keep shop vacuuming that stuff dry and keep it out of there, because I don't want water getting in it yet. Okay. All right. All filled in with the pea gravel. I had 4 bags left. I gave it to my neighbor George. And payment, he gave me a grill he was throwing out. A nice damn grill. That's a little wet because I mopped the hell out of the floor. I cleaned up the floor, just to get the most of the stuff up. So now I have to start concreting. I'm going to mix it outside in the wheelbarrow and bring it down in buckets. So I got 5 80-pound bags and 4 50-pound bags. That should be plenty, huh? I'm going to have to figure a way to get that. It's not in there level. I don't know. We'll work at it. All right, I wanted to show you what I was doing. The old one, I could have reused it. Was too high. It was almost an inch higher than this, and I don't want that. I want it slightly lower. So I took it out. I heated it up, and when you heat this stuff up, it creates a gas. I used a respirator that was specifically for it, for the fumes, and I had a fan sucking it out and everything like that. So I trimmed it off, and now it fits. If I can get it in there. Yeah, so that's good that way. It's lower this way, but that's fine. Now all I'll have to do is clean it out a little bit, mix up some concrete, and start concreting all of the mess that I have back here. So let's get on with that. Alright, I'm all done. Now let it set up and give it a good paint job. We are done. I got everything painted, even though some of the floor is scratched up. I mopped and everything. And let's go in here. Let's go over here. Let me explain it first. That's where I tore it out. And it comes down into here. That's the floor I put in. That's from the central air. I'm going to make a pipe that goes straight to it, other than leaking all over the floor. And it's the paint didn't cure enough, but I'll repaint that some other time. But it's going down in that drain, and I'm happy with it. I'm not a mason, and I am sick and tired. Oh my God, I opened up a can of worms with this crap. So there you go. I'm all done. And on to the next project. Oh.